they handled the situation tonight?
I think very good, right? I think they, the main thing, what did they get? 8 threes between them, and man, they had to have a handful between them go in and out too, right? So I think that's always, I think, a sign of somebody that's a good shooter when it's online, and it's most of them look like they're going to go in. But I just like their just overall feel and of the game, and I thought it looked like they understood a lot of just basketball IQ on the offensive end for sure. I look at the tape and check out the defensive end, and I thought they competed. So pretty good first night out, really, considering.
So what's kind of the next step for them as you guys have obviously a back-to-back tomorrow, just as they try to continue to get caught up as much as possible?
Won't be much of a chance to get caught up, but again, I think that often this is, you see this in a game like this where you got a bunch of new guys that have never played together before for a second. Looks really, really like shaky at times, like first half, like everybody's all over the place. And then some of that chemistry and communication starts to grow a little bit, and by the end of the game, they start developing a little bit of chemistry, at the defensive end especially. So hopefully that'll carry into tomorrow, right? And I told the team if we'd have ran back in the first half like we ran back in the second, we probably could have shaved that halftime lead in at least half. We were just really having a tough time in communicating who was picking up who. I mean, you saw all of a sudden 4 guys were over with 1, and 2 guys were saying, you shoot it, no, you shoot it, no, you shoot it, you shoot it, and then they shoot it, right? So, but they did a much better job. Coaching staff did a great job of showing them exactly, how to get back and communicate it out a little bit better. So, and I was proud of them for hanging in there and fighting. Really, really, really great fourth quarter, I thought, just effort-wise and compete level-wise.
You mentioned the fourth quarter. When you put it in context of a nutty 36 hours, falling back by as many as 22. Are you at all surprised or pleased with how that fourth quarter ended up developing?
You know what, I thought we had a chance to certainly get back in the game, just because, again, I thought we were really doing a good job of generating some wide open looks on 3, and a bunch of them went in and out. I just figured that the law of averages, we'd probably make some. I don't know what it ended up, but let me just check real quick here. I think we were 4 of 20 at the half, right? And we ended up 15 of, so we made 11 in the second, and it probably feels like we should have. From the first half, we probably should have ended up with 7 or 8 or 9 in the first half too. So I figured that we had a chance just because of the shots we were generating. We had some guys that looked like they could make them and things like that. So. And I'm glad we needed to keep fighting, right? I mean, I always say that's like, I don't really care what the situation is. You got to go out there and give everything you got, and I think they did that tonight.
That's just going back to Buddy and Cam. I guess, what kind of preparation did they even have going into the game tonight?
Well, we had a walk through at 4:30 today. There's some paperwork and stuff that has to get done to get those trades finalized and to be eligible to play. So we had a little bit of an offensive walkthrough. I talked a little bit about that pregame, and then just then we had our normal scout prep for some sets and coverages and stuff. Yeah.
Realistically, when they're that fresh and it's such things happening so fast, how many of your actions can you actually install with those new guys in a walkthrough?
I think we put in 3 or 4, maybe 3. But they did. I tell you what, they did a great job of. We ran a bunch of stuff off the board, and that. I got to go look, but it netted good shots. I'm not quite sure what it netted exactly points per possession, but they executed pretty well on that kind of stuff too. Yeah.
You took 45 threes tonight. I think that might have been your second most of the season.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. But with Buddy, I mean, obviously Buddy takes a lot. He took 12. But how much does just his presence also just help generate more for others?
Well, I'm not sure on that second part of that yet, but I do know that you feel like, you feel like a good portion of times down, you can get an open three with him on the floor, right? And I would imagine, Kelly, Tobias, those guys got some driving lanes tonight because they're pressing out, so far on him. I imagine it probably helps spacing for other things. But you also feel like, when you're coming down in transition, or me over there tonight, I'm like, find Buddy, find him in transition. Like somebody hit the paint and find him, because you feel like, if it hits his hands, he's got a chance to make it. He only goes 4 for 12 tonight, but I bet you 4 of those went in and out, if not more. He missed one really badly at the end of the shot clock. Other than that, everything looked online and good.